aka the highest good. So I received a call in, and it said scam likely, and this is my daily multi-dose of calls. And I realized that when I receive interrupting calls, it's 2:22 on the clock right now. And the time, Alexa, what's the time?
The time is 2:22 p.m.
There you go for verification. Okay, Pacific Standard Time. Okay, and so yeah, I realized that there's interrupting calls, and so and it mutes everything out. So then I do a restart. So it's fine. It's fine. Like I said, there's some oogity boogities happening. And anyway, this one I retitled as My Blind Spots Alchemized. It is still season 1, episode 14, but this is like the brother sister version of of the original. And so it does not change the fact that the Emperor and the Seven of Wands is here, like with utmost leverage. And so anyway, picking up from the last reading, or the last under 10-minute reading. So I had to do it, right? And which is fine, like everything is good, like I can still replace it there. But the fact is that there's energies that are trying to keep me from progressing in any state, in any fashion, even its most practical sense. And also earlier today, I got a text saying that somebody was interested in my house when I didn't put it up for sale. And yeah, so I just I don't understand where people are getting my phone number from, and if this is like some white collar mafia bullshit, where people know people, people know people, people know people, etc. But since I can manifest karma, I'm just going to go ahead and pull in one of my lifelines. And even though I think the Emperor already knows, hi, the Emperor knows what kind of bullshit is thrown my way, that they've already made an appearance. So I'm just going to put it forth. What should we do for this? I'm gonna get counsel for like what kind of judgment I should cast on this, because here on the initial, the first part where um tempering my blind spots, the I had the Judgment card in reversal, recipient, and Page of Pentacles in reversal. So on the doing side, so this stuff is loading. This stuff is still happening, and the only way that I can really claim my just judgment is to continue investing in myself, focus on myself, not the drama, just myself. Okay. um and so that's the Emperor is going to take care of the rest. This was from the previous reading that got cut out. Thank you. So there's that. Okay, that was the first part of the reading. And then now the new header cards, because I have this as my blind spots alchemized. 10 of Cups in reverse on the recipient side, which is internal. I am absolutely enough. I am whatever's happening is like any oogity boogity bullshit, does not affect how I feel about myself. So about that dream, okay, King of Pentacles is making something of it. Thank you for the hearts. I realized who was doing that, who was projecting that bullshit, and it's that person from the Dragon and the Rose shop. I think it's in Santa Ana or something like that. she she how do I say it? I've never met someone who had so projected so much hate. I did nothing, absolutely nothing to deserve that kind of treatment. And it wasn't like just face value right there. It was targeted energy. After I supported her shop for I think the third time, within a short span, because I don't normally go to like mystical shops or whatever. Um, and and so the third time I was there, um, I've talked about it before, but as I was driving off, I mean, as if it wasn't enough right there. As I was driving off, um, major psychic attacks. Like it was evil. It was so evil. I did nothing, even upon leaving, with all that she, had done, projected on me. So anyway, I got yeah, envious. I can even show you the dress I wore. It was like a 90s kind of like flowy baby doll, and it wasn't like, oh, I'm so fucking cute, like it was like B-52's cute. Like I maybe had like a nice complexion at that time. But I don't understand. I don't understand. Except she just got back from surgery and she's old, and I think she's playing the pity card of her husband passing away, but I think she also contributed to that. Um and I just like a whole bunch of other things. Like I don't say that to be mean. I say that because I believe that with what she brought onto my plate. Mm-mm. So anyway, the dream. Give me a second. I'll pull this in. So this is one of the bundles that I had bought from her. And I love this one. I don't know what you call it, but it has these little fine little oats on it, and it smells so sweet. I prefer it way over. I prefer it far more than cedar or what is the other one? Palo Santo. Obviously, my prime go-to is sage. But if I want to use an alternative, this is my favorite. No, this is not wood. This is I don't know what, pinon or something like that. Yeah. So I realized, because this is the texture of the mosquito that was in my dreams, and so this is the one. And anytime that I would yeah, and like there were just like some extra bullshit in my house after I started burning this. I was like, let's give it a chance. I bought it from her. She didn't gift it to me. I bought it from her. And so there should be no bullshit, right? But when people have no morals at all and they have so much hate in them, they will still infect whatever it is. So they'll still try to poison whatever it is that you legitimately purchased from them. Whatever exchange was involved, they will still try to poison whatever the exchange was. It was a dirty deal, okay? And so when I realized that, I was like, oh my God, stupid bitch, okay? Because like my cat peed in my hamper. And that was the only time. Like there's no fucking reason. And when it was like 1.5 nights ago, I don't know, I checked, and he ran out of my room, and he's just like laid there like a little loaf with his head down like a dog, like kind of guilty but upset that, it wasn't like, ha ha ha, you stupid bitch, give me my food, it wasn't like that. And so I know, like, he didn't mean to, um and I didn't suspect it still, because the smell didn't hit the air just yet. until the next day. And so I was like, oh, I get it now. So anyway, it all started with this. Yeah, no, this is the first time that I bought this kind of bundle from her. And this was, I only realized all that stuff during checkout, you know, how awful she was. And then as well as after drove away, um, it was, that was so strange. So anyway, I don't have to throw this away. Okay. So I I realized like, oh, I remember what cumin does. When there's like people thieving on your gifts, your downloads, your whatever it is that they can get a hold of, including data within your home. I don't know if they do like animal type of magic, like shape shifting, and try to, you know, take over larger scale forms other than like monitoring flies. If they do that with their pets, or you know, if they are that asshole-ish. And so um people can just thieve on your time by fucking things up, right? So I put cumin on it and I started burning it, and I was like, oh my god, that's what breaks the spell or whatever it is. Um and so yeah, it also cumin is also great for guarding, like it's used in exorcisms. So anyway, exorcise the demons, send it back to that bitch and her associates, and bound them to them, and that should give them one heck of a Christmas season. And so that's what I did. That's what I did. I was intuitively guided to do that because I mean business. So anyway, yeah, that was one of my dreams, and so I have to start singling out certain things in my home. Probably not give it too much attention, but just scan the environment um, every day, and maybe give it a good 5, maybe 10 minutes. Scan my environment. Somebody doesn't want me to say these things, but we'll just send it back. Yeah. And reformat anything that I purchased, or I would say more so, first off, if they were gifts from bullshitters, reformat it. Work on that first. That's phase one. Uh, uh, um. Cumin is for exorcisms. It's one of the ingredients for exorcisms, and it's also to guard against theft. No, I don't think that's being negative. I think that's just standing my ground, not letting people walk all over me. I've learned that when people say like, "Oh, karma, it'll come," you know, you shouldn't cast this or that over them. That's a form of gaslighting as well, because I've been in those situations where I end up being the doormat, and it's time to stand my ground. And it's okay if you don't understand that, but it's not for you to understand. It's for them to understand. To invade my home while I have kids here, to try to take over my cat, or the livelihood of my home, to fuck around with my Christmas, knowing my funding situation. No, no, it's not okay. It's absolutely not okay. So, I don't use Palo Santo anymore. Every time I do, bullshit arises in my arena. I know that people swear by it, but every Palo Santo that I've used, it's, I don't know, maybe it's some like deep spell work. I mean, like a deep rooted curse from past lives or something, that somebody has cursed a certain plant, like from my resources, and I don't understand it, but that's what always happens. It kind of invites bullshitters and other like dark practitioners who normally use Palo Santo. But on the other hand, I'm absolutely certainly welcome to use sage, so that must be a blessing in my background. Mhm. What is this? No, I don't know if I can afford a Christmas tree right now. Yeah. So, I think when you get over yourself, that ego part of addressing how silly it is for me to get upset over the commercialized season and an embarrassment of not being able to afford a tree. How silly it is. Because the implication is if I can't even afford a tree, I can't figure out the gifts. But, Tiny Tim's family figured it out. So, there are bigger things in this world, you know? I think the saddest part is the people that are the people that project this stuff. So, you know, I might shed a tear or two, but ultimately that doesn't stay with me. Ultimately that doesn't stay with my kids. So you got to think about who the real loser is, right? So, alchemizing my blind spots. Okay. All right, here we go. Five of Wands facing the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Opposition. There's just people who really want to take whatever they can from you. From me. The Ten of Wands in upright. But you know what? I remember that Spirit says that I am rage bait. I am the jail bait of the arena. And it doesn't matter what season it is, like what commercial season it is. I'm doing my part. I'm knocking it out of the park just with my existence. And so this opposition wants to take what's truly mine. Ten of Pentacles, which is upright, but it's on lock. It's with me. It's mine. and they can't even, there's no way that they can even take it from even from extricating me, you know, um, extricating me from their city, extricating me from certain groupings, extricating me from existence, period. Um, it still stays with me. Um, and so, Spirit is saying, there shall be no extricating. You know how I know? Because right behind it was 10 of wands upright, which is showing me that I am absolutely bait for them. So instead of them accessing my 10 of pentacles, what they're truly accessing is a huge burden. A huge burden. Give me a second. I need to blow my nose. Okay. Mm. Mm, 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 Well, so one other thing is that this friend of mine, supposedly, for the 20 years, whatever, um, she has been gifting me all kinds of tea. So much tea. Boxes of tea. And for me, I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Like, not like, oh, not patronizing sweet. It was ultimately super duper grateful sweet. Like, no longer went to the coffee shop. It helped me, like, hydrate more. I was thinking all these wonderful things, like, just something like a care package. Like, I can, relaxed a little bit more, like feeling good with myself, like a mini spa, a mini domestic spa type of energy. And then I realized that it wasn't what it was all cracked up to be, basically, and that she could have cursed those boxes of of consumables, like she has when she always urged me, like anytime there was an invite to her home, it always extended past like 4 times the amount of what we were intending to spend together, and the time anyway. And she would always like urge me out with like so much food, so much food. Can you believe that? Trying to like curse me and my family, like, can you, like, I can't even, like, it's like over my head, like how many times that happened, how many times she has cursed, like, what did she put in the food? Because I know people do like witchcraft shit where they even put their period blood in this stuff, you know what I mean, like somehow, so they do like like, what do you call it, there's binding spells or something like that, when you do like use your own fluids, right? And so I just know that she's more of a kitchen witch, like that's her specialty, if anything. That's like the only thing that she truly knows. Like, she, for God's sake, she couldn't even pronounce the word subtle. It was like that's how you knew she was uneducated. And I'm not picky with people who like have accents or ESL or whatever, because she's not ESL, okay? And so I just knew that, like, I got hints here and there that she was trying to mimic me in what she perceived to me as being intelligent. So she would use certain words that were not natural to her, even something as basic as subtle. And so so the tea, okay? In alchemizing blind spots, I realized I don't need to throw away all of his tea. I know what I invested. I know what she took from me. So I'm going to salvage what I can. I can still consume these things, but they're no longer cursed or have the possibility of being cursed if I change it up, which means that I add other spices to it. I add or like, you know, certain things to it, or I make my own coffee with it. So it's a blend. It's rebranded. It's taken under my ownership. This is my company now. This is my entity. So it's that's how I, so I'm that's what I did. Just like this this sticker here. This is actually supposed to be up right over here, and right here it says Fendi, but I don't like brand thumping. So I changed it up. In fact, this is actually upside down as well. So I don't know what the true form of it is, but look how cute it is now. It's my little demonoid. my my new familiar. So oh my goodness, what's going on here? Let's see. Let's see, who should we kick out today? What the heck? All right. Let's scroll here. I didn't even realize there was a bunch of things here. Okay, hey, baby. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. From where? Do it, BV. I don't know what that means. Okay. Well, happy holidays and have a blessed night. I shall. Do it be clapping or nah? What is that? Well, I think we can safely assume that energy is do it be clapping or nah. I don't know what that means, but we'll just remove that. Okay. How old are you, Asian people? For not age at all. That's a good thing, though. This is how I would do impromptu voiceovers, I suppose. Chol no more. He shoved his mighty purple-headed warrior deep within her quivering bowl of love pudding. I think it would be fun to do D&D with you. Do you have a Christmas tree? I'm uncircumcised American style, baby. Just hang in there. Perfect. Perfect sequence. Said hi. You have a RBF like my wife, just like my type of girl. Oh God. I'm interested. Like this is like a novel, like a romance novel with like blended, like collabed with Inquirer. My Christmas decorations are so bright that planes are trying to land in my yard. That's cool. Good things will come to you and your family. Thank you, testes. Test, yes. There's a crying happy face. I think this is an act. God bless us, everyone, indeed. Well, no, you know, God can bless us with lessons, too. Trolling no more. She's a nut to butter, just like my wife. I ad-libbed there. Merry Christmas! How many kids do you have? Oh, here come the tarot cards. What? Who would have guessed? Well, obviously, duh. I have over 1,500 videos. Like, do you not get it yet? Inner City. I thought the same thing. Oh, look how much leverage you have, Troll No More. You don't take it too seriously. You'll never get out of here alive for sure. Hi, Doctor Strange. Cast spells I call him Walter Strange. He's like a rapper. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay. Anyway, I think I kicked out one person that I wasn't supposed to. I apologize, lovely. I apologize, but yeah, there were just so many. I apologize that you got lost in the crossfire. Hopefully you are not obliterated like the rest of them. We send them off with the gifts of ill karma. May they receive the disease that they project upon others. Whether that be energetically, space-wide, whatever, shall it be granted upon them. That is what they put into this world. That's what they shall get back in their puttins. All right. 10 of Wands. Okay, so that's they shall receive their burdens. It was a trap. It was a trap. Alchemizing. Energy power combined. I am unblocked. Okay, look, 9 of Wands in reverse. I'm not here for that bullshit. That's funny. I don't know. I guess this, I have to be thankful for trolls too, because they come in and it's like they're coming in to supposedly disturb the peace, but what they're doing is kind of shaking it up, because like reading through those scripts, yeah, it helped me out. It helped alchemize, the tearfulness of like, oh, shall I be able to afford a tree and be part of the group of commercialization so that my kids don't feel like they're going without. Look, the star. I'm a bright bulb. I'm the brightest bulb in the box. But yeah, it's just when you look at all of that, it's like, that gives it. I'm gonna sneeze. Their intent to kick a man or kick a lady while she's down and all scrunched up is is silly. It's silly. Those are the energies that are just like kicking rocks. They don't know what to do with themselves. Yeah, that's what that is. Shameful. Shameful. All right, Alchemized blind spots. This is gifts unlocked for To the Inner Wild. This is on Authorizing Officer Tuesday. So I shall stand in command, and they say, King of Cups, Temperance. Look at that. Major pull. Major pull as a healer. Do you see? Major pull as a healer. Do you see? Do you see? Do you see the bodies of water? Every inch, every cubic centimeter of every plot of water is I can pull on. That's so exciting. Right behind the Temperance card was 6 of Swords. That's navigation. Oh, I got freed myself. I freed myself. What is no secret to my sauce, though? The Sun card in reversal. Spotlight. Everyone's seeing this. Dark Knight, if you want to pay me, I can read you for sure. I have no doubt I can read you. With or without the funds, but I shall only do it with the funds, as this is Christmas, and I shall bestow gifts. Okay. Alchemized, blind spots. The Chariot in reverse, and this hit my right foot. What is it? 4 of Cups. Yeah. Navigation is multiple choice. And again, this is the gratefulness that Spirit has allowed me to be to have such magnetism that like even the shittiest subjects are attracted to me. Do you understand what that means? I'm doing my job, just staying put over here. Doing my thing, just existing. And so those that are magnetized to me, that have shitty ass intentions, shitty ass cores, they will be handled from there. That's why the emperor came through with upstanding, with ultimate advantage. So for me, initially I was like, oh, awesome, like a very big boss energy in this 3D realm. A human, that's big boss energy came through for me. For me. Like, you know, um, where the worst act of violence is projected upon me. Ignorance, like I don't exist, like what I do doesn't matter, like they don't even know what I do. Are you a tarot card reader? Are you where are you from? And it's like, um this is where I can understand teachers get upset. Like, you haven't even turned to page 1. It's right there. You didn't even have to go to like page 1. You could just look at the publishing, portion. It's the prefix. You didn't even turn the page. And so, you know, there's that. So, I am magnetizing these creatures. I'm doing my job. Things are following through as planned, as fated, as destined. Okay? So, alchemy. So, being so, like this emperor that has absolute leverage, we now know that there are life forms beyond us that live in other galaxies. There's other life forms that are very much civilized, that are higher vibing, not just in maybe some in the same galaxy, but definitely in other galaxies as well. There's so much more. If you think to that expansion, you know that there's a mastermind above all of this. And so, who's not to say that I have the attention of that energetic? Who can say, who's to call it this or that? I just know that from what I've read, it's a continuing story, and it's reiterating the fact that I am doing my job, and I'm doing a stellar job at that. So never mind the illusions of texts and like calls and whatever that seem to bog shiz down. Oh, there's more. There's more. No, I have enough good energy. I could use some pentacle money now. Um, and that's non-negotiable right now. Okay. Wow. This isn't even Bible thumping at this point. I don't actually want to read it because I know because of the way it's structured and word choice, it's meant to work against me there. So against me and my divine collective. So okay, I just removed someone from here. Actually reported someone, yeah. Okay. I had to put somebody in timeout. It's like people don't know what they're walking into. It's crazy. It's crazy. I love it. I love it. I love knowing who doesn't belong here. Okay, I think it's safe to say, I don't need to regulate the comments. There's so many that are compiled on. Let's just convey again. Same karma as the previous trespassers. Send them off on their way to realize that their projections and their inputs were not worth it. Whatever they were paid or however they were paid, whatever they feel righteous in enacting, they will know that it was absolutely not worth it. So mote it be, so mote it be. All right? Okay. All right, alchemizing my blind spots. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it just helped, shake me out of, the whole like, oh, poor me, poor me. I mean, it, yeah, any variation of that, because I don't really feel like poor me. It's just I could do without. It's more of my kids, like they don't need to do without. That's the sad part of it. And the fact that I know that these like trollers here are kids as well. I wonder if they come from a family that does really well for themselves, but they make their kids do without. You know what I mean? Like, what families do they come from, if a family at all? And without feeling sorry for them, it's more like they really need to, you know, it's for them to have something to think about. Um, mm, yeah, it's a real injustice, what they do for themselves and what they try to project into other people's lives. Like, you're no longer the victim when you become, the source um, of your what do you call it? The source of your burdens. Anyway, that is so funny. Ban him. I got a command. I got a special request from another energy here. Ooh, did I get the wrong person again? Ugh, my fingers. Man. Sorry for the crossfire energy here. I apologize. I'll be more careful about it. Anyway, okay. New phase. Cheese. What is it? What is it? The Devil card in reverse and the Ace of Wands in reverse. Bibbisi bobbisi boo. Sometimes, people have served their purpose here, and they can catch me like after the live is finished and the video is saved, and all is well. Okay. There's no real harm done if I accidentally push the buttons, and take out people who, you know, I accidentally did. So, there's not, it's not a big thing, but here you go. Here you go. Here you go. There you go, Hans. There you go. I think they get it. There you go, Hans. Uh-huh. Let's move forward with this, okay? Okay. All right, let's move forward here. Okay. Alchemized blind spots. Ooh, I got one here. Two of Cups. I saved the bestest of the bestest relationships at the edge of my seat. And then the bottom, what fell is Nine of Swords. There's a huge emphasis. Okay, so the ones that are that truly get it, you know, as far as what my intentions are, even as things slip, when there's extreme issuances involved, they know that they're still good, you know, the ones that are, and the reasons why. So there's no harm, no foul there. Alchemizing blind spots. How much is the reading? Well, one question. I can start off. What was my previous rates? Whoops. $20. One question. And that will be answered 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Nope. Oh my gosh. But I have to do a screening. The full card. That is my starting rate for at least live readings. It may change from there. It's not going to go any lower for sure. I know I'm worth more than that, but I'm pretty sure I can answer it in 5 minutes. All right. This is kind of in the way here. All right. King of Wands in reverse player. Death in reverse. Transformation. They said change the rates. All right, we'll keep it to 5 minutes then. For that. Because they said, indeed, I'm worth more than that. Yeah, for sure. They did say that. They did say that for sure. So don't go lower than $20 for one question, 5 minutes. Yeah, King of Wands again, extrovert or inverted. Yeah. Yeah. So people don't play with your time. People don't mess with your energy, and that's at like basic commoners level. Yeah. You have to, they said I have to treat it. Let me see here. I have to treat it like that. Okay. I mean, that's a fair. Yeah. All right. Anyway, alchemizing. Oh! Alchemizing my blind spots. What do they say? What do they say? They say 10 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles in reverse, and Queen of Cups. This is, I'm going to make a killing. Off of that starting point, intuitively drawn, I'm going to make a killing off of that. That is absolutely fair in price. So, should I say? No. But that's, That's fair. Absolutely fair. Mm-hmm. Alchemizing blind spots. Okay. So that means I can change as I go, right? Shapeshift, basically. Knight of Cups facing the Seven of Swords. You know what this says? Seven of Swords is usually like deceit or whatever. But it's like, okay, so they said take this justice and reversal. It's Ace of Cups. Oh my gosh, now I totally get it. Look. So people think that like that's some people think that that's like how do I say it? I don't know, like swindle energy, but it's not, because there are admirers. There are people that are like, I think that's more like gaslighting type of energy over here. Let me get a clarifier for the Seven of Swords. Like, but it's making a steal, you know, like it's Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so there are some that are hesitant, like, I don't know, dude, like, but like when you think about it, like where do you spend like people are so easy to like spend that money elsewhere on like very futile things. Like I can't even think of like what, $20 on this size of a plushie at at Disneyland. You know what I mean? Like it not talking smack. I'm just saying like the psychology that's built around certain things is very it's very strange how the mind works. But anyway, this is like making a steal out of it, seal for it. There are admirers. There are people who are more than admirers, willing to pour in. The act of justice. You see, like that's the Ace of Cups. That's what he's pouring out right there. That's what those energies are pouring out. They would be down for investing. You see Three of Cups right behind it too. Yeah, this is again a different variation of justice with the Four of Cups, which we saw earlier. And so they're going to find not only are they happy to invest, but also the feedback is very much celebrated. So I'm going to make a killing off of that. Not just a killing, but like a steal off of that. And nobody can do it like I can, so I don't have shit to worry about. Four of Wands in reverse. It's just a mind shift. It's a it's like I'm pushing boundaries. Yeah, this is no longer just my residence, but this is depicting is it Jupiter expansion, or is it Apollo? I don't remember, but this is more about expansion rather than reallocating. This is what do you call it? There's a term for it. Anyway, they're saying mind shift for sure. Paradigm shift is what they're saying. Go with this. What peeked out is the World card in reversal right here. Two of Swords in reversal. The Moon card in reversal. Knight of Wands in reversal. The Fool card, Six of Cups in reversal, and the World card in reversal. Oh, you know what this is? So this is again like the paradigm shift. It's the difference between here and there. Okay, this is the portal which one enters. Okay, only some are allowed to pass through. The ones that are not are the ones that are really not down for you. The ones that like walk into your space to ultimately disrespect you. They know what they're walking into. They know that they're walking into a tarot reader's thing. They like it, and it's just like I could be holding greeting cards and saying like Hallmark greeting cards, and they wouldn't say shit. This is very similar to a Hallmark greeting card. Just more expansive in its content, in its dialect. Okay? That's what it is. But they choose to walk in to arenas and, throw down. So anyway, the people that have continuing cycles in their own bullshit and choose to point the finger, they get to stay behind, okay? They get to stay behind in their their well-crafted world of I don't like anybody and nobody likes me unless they do what I say kind of energy. I don't want to play with you unless you follow my rules and my rules only. and and you can't have any rules and because I said so type of energy. That's what kind of stuff I'm seeing here. And so yeah, Knight of Wands in reversal. Now, ordinarily, I would think that's a player, but that's like this is stepping in to okay. So the Moon card in reversal, you can't take it as cookie cutter version, like oh, mystery, illusion, lies, deceit, another form of deceit. Not everything is what it seems, and yes, you're right. Not everything is what it seems. Walking into a portal fresh, so you got to play in it. You got to do splish splash. I was taking a bath. Oh, this Saturday night, rub a dub. Something. so so it's walking in like excited. I want to play in the water. Like that's my intention. Not to say like I know it now. I'm in link with all of this. So neener. But this is being unblocked. Like I can play with this. I can reformat my intentions. I can magnify. I can yeah, so this is a sense of freedom here. But it's like it is joy time. And so alchemizing blind spots. There are certain energies that are very fixated on being how they are. And they use phrasing in out of context, like you either like me or you don't. If not, it's your problem. But still, they remain fixated. They remain stagnant. They remain in a position which is very distasteful, even to their own liking. And they pretend. They follow this cookie cutter format. And just as other readers are sometimes, they like this card only means this, and it can only mean this, and you're wrong. And it's like we're not just reading the cards, we're also reading the energy, the context behind them. So when someone comes in boisterous and says this and that and whatever, whatever they're accusing others of is what they're bringing to the table. It's just like a swap, like a destiny swap, like a bait and switch destiny swap kind of energy. So so like we pay no mind to it too much. Like it's like oh well uh I pity anyone who receives a reading from you. I hope that they learn their lesson not to come back to you. I hope they learn to alchemize on their own or find someone better suited, because that's yikes. um so anyway, yeah, splish splash, I was taking a bath. I was kind of what do you call it, with the hazmat suit, sanitizing myself with playtime in this new world that I get to step in, where I don't have to abide by the restrictions of somebody else's likings. So there's that. Okay, alchemizing blind spots. There were some other cards that I was going to use here. Okay, Shadowscapes Tarot then. So, in some aspect, like I want to check the mail. I would love to believe that there is a check in the mail for like all of the bullshit that was happening, all of the stuff that's going on in the psychic news, all the things that I have already downloaded, you know, all of this, all the messages that I received. And I don't believe that they're incorrect, but I do know that hearing through the grapevine that people have been tampering with my mail, withholding certain information, rerouting, you know, formatting anything that belongs to me to be channeled, um, directed elsewhere. There's all kinds of things that can happen. But without meddling in too much detail, I also know that my guides have a way of balancing things out, um, rectifying situations, and compounding karma as needed. They have a way of extricating people from a variety of realms as needed without, you know, while keeping my hands clean. Um, I do know that they have delegates, um, energies that are not known to the common, like the public arena, or even like top secret societies. These are incognito forces that help balance things out. So I'm very lucky to have that. And moving forward with that, Shadowscapes Tarot. What would you like to say about that? Temperance in reverse and the Tower card in reverse. So there's a huge like flow of follow through. It's almost flooring, I would say, in its capacity to push the volume out to this is like when a dam or a geyser or whatever is clean. There's so much force built up that it's um, like volcanic almost, even when it has to do with water. Um, okay. Like these are not just, this does imply immediate downloads to the right channels, ones that have been like maybe retired in the industry. Like oh, Men in Black, when the agent Special K, they retrieve him, it's kind of like that, like automatically, like, oh, they've been tuned in, dialed in. The most adept agents, and they're not just the most adept, they're adept at that level because they have a solid core. And the Lover's card in reverse. This is energy. Ill-intended. Queen of Cups. I'm very much aware of them. Like catching them. Knowing what they're doing. Yeah, oh, very much. I felt chills and tingles at the same time. So the blind spots are only because like maybe I was looking at it in a different direction, or the light was angled in a different way. It's like catching a rainbow in one area but not in another. So it's they said tilting heads, you know, tilting. So like talking heads, what is that? And she was 3 of Cups in reversal. Yeah, these are old energies. This is not like newly elected energies. This is like I said, those people that just won't stop. They won't stop until their last dying breath, and even then they will carry those are the type of energies that will carry it over into the next lifetime, and they will but I don't even know if they're gonna have another lifetime, you know what I mean? Maybe their next lifetime is, you know, one of those little search ants. You know? Maybe their next lifetime is I don't know. I don't know. But like um so they are like, okay, so my this past 20-year relationship thing of this friend energy, um when I submitted my resume to that like 5-star whatever hotel, um I was going to be like personally referred, you know. And so I for a while now I've been putting my old not my old phone number, not my true phone number, my the one through the app, okay? So it doesn't link to any of like my social media or whatever. And so I know that a lot of companies have a habit of um checking social media, and so um I've kept my resume clean with this other phone number. However, there were some calls made, exchanged, like the dude who is going to interview me, he asked for my number from um, this friend's. Um, okay, let me know if you can't hear it. If is it? Can you hear? Not good or not good? I don't know. Um, yeah. So he asked for my phone number, and I was like, "Oh, it's on my resume. It's on my application. I filled out the stuff." And they gave my personal phone number instead. So the guy, I'm pretty sure, ended up looking me up, and that's why he said I could even come till like towards the end of his shift, which is like 10:30 in the evening. And it's like, gosh, there's so many hours between now. It's like it's late afternoon or mid late afternoon, and you're leaving it open up until like the end of your shift. Anyway, um so they're so because they have my resume, they're able to look at different places that I've been and try to get, you know, past energies to try to fuck with me as well, like try to create an alliance to fuck with me. And so there's that energy. That's why there's 3 of Cups in reversal. This is not just third party energy, but shitty, the shittiest of shit here. To create alliances with, and I'm very much aware of that. Very much aware of it. So it's not really a blind spot. It's more like tilting the head, talking heads, and she was, yeah, for sure. Okay. Clarifier to that. But luckily, I have some actually really strong alliances that are hidden in the mix. I have some very, very strong alliances that are hidden in the mix. And it wasn't because I was like, oh, like me, you know. I didn't, oh, you look so wonderful today, look at that tie on you, oh my gosh, I read your book, oh my gosh. I didn't do any of that. They're used to that bullshit. And so it's just funny how the way things work. I authentically built the strongest relationships out of those leavings, but I cannot rehire with those energies because of the political state of the environment. Um, and like, we just know what odds are working against us, and for the value of this and that, I understand. I understand. Just like that. Extroverted. Eight of Swords. Extroverted on my lap. So this kind of pins me at the state of where I'm at right now. And again, I'm calling to the previous reading. Five of Pentacles in reversal. The best option out of all four. Multiple choice questions. There's no lacking in where I'm at right now. There's absolute reason for it. And it's not a penalty. It's there are greater things happening. A lot of background work. And so yeah. There's help coming. There's help on the way. There's relief coming. There's reward coming. So alchemizing blind spots. Again, it is a paradigm shift, a mind shift, not a mind fuck. All right, Hierophant in reverse. So change, please, Tina, change your way of thinking, because focus on the incoming victory. Okay, a Hierophant isn't a Hierophant for nothing, and judgment. This next with the Nine of Pentacles. Like I said, good things are coming. Trust. Trust. Better things are coming. It's good where it is right now. Trust me, it is. Let's say I get rehired at any of these like previous jobs. There are energies that will try to make my life a living hell. That they will absolutely try to throw me under the bus. No doubt about it. But like these bosses or these, these other energetics that can help, it's like, well, it's not about like, they have a role to carry out and they can look out for me. However, like, their job is not to babysit, special needs arenas. And I'm not saying like, I'm not talking shit on like handicap energies. I'm talking about people who cry wolf energy, after causing a ruckus, throwing rocks and hiding their hands, that kind of energy. So, where I'm at is good. It's better because, like I said, I have left those arenas common thread because they started affecting my children. And we don't need to go there, okay? We don't need to obliterate any entities because somebody went there. Some dum-dum decided to go there. And so I am good where I am at right now. And it's leading to better things. Believe it or not. Ripley's Believe It or Not, but the alien edition. The alien spaceship edition. All right. Anything more? Yes. No. No. Takeaways time? Yes. Okay. 2 for my Divine Collective. First one. Oh, I forgot. No, you go like that. Okay. 5 of Cups in reverse. Graceful goodbyes. Okay. Clarified by Queen of Swords in reverse. Internal, external, internal, external energy. It's external. Graceful goodbyes, bitches. That's what that is. Oh, wait. Oh, there's more than one bitch that you said goodbye to. You know, when there's a throng of that type of energy, like you can't sit with us type of energy, um, they're in it for themselves, not for the grouping. So these are faulty covens, um, or faulty brotherhoods even. Um, and that do like spell casting, that do like occults type of stuff. Um, and so you didn't say goodbye to just one devil, devil like fork and tongue kind of energy, but you did it to multiples. And they assisted, I guess, like in a way, they supported in casting you out because it highlighted the biggest bitch of all, you know, in that grouping. Um, because they were tied into this, you know, this thing that happened in outcasting you. So let's say you got removed from a company and there were a bunch of like bullshitters. Um, they're they're in a way supportive of it because it highlights the biggest bullshitter, right? But um, they're also like upset at you because now the work that you carried has to be divvied out without any extra compensation. So it makes everybody's lives harder. Um, and it makes it totally really not worth it, except for pointing out the biggest bullshitter of them all, the most controlling one. So it has kind of like mediated their tongue a bit, um, at least upon the initial. No. It's kind of tamed their tongue almost permanently. Like there's some kind of report. No, not report. Not report, but everybody knows energetically. Yeah. Definitely through gossip. But you bowed out gracefully. Fan freaking tastic. I totally know what you mean. Your second takeaway, my divine collective, is the high priestess in reverse. Holy smokes. Is this internal? External. Internal? External. Again. Okay, external. Okay. Upstanding or ill-intended? Upstanding. Well-intended? Ill-intended. It's ill-intended. What the heck? Who's in your environment? Holy crud. Some very dark practitioners. For that to be your second takeaway, you said goodbye and they couldn't detach from you? What the fuck? Like even with the to be determined, like nothing is there's such unfamiliar territory because there's a light casted upon them. So then they're like, I don't know what the fuck to do except like do what I've done best, which is, you know, fuck up people's lives. So they're fixated on you, it appears, like your forward movement. You see how the light is projected from one titty to the right side, your doing side? There's like candle magic, candle work involved. And I think they're trying to affect your relationships because those are red candles. That has to do with love in various capacities. But the fact that it's rich red, it has to do with, like, I think your romance, the intensities of your relationships. And they're doing it from the base level. The fire is emitted from, like, at the very bottom, like right over here, where you can't see it. It's under the tables. It's not even right here. So the candle work is done, like, to hit, like, your things that you cannot see, like earth star chakra energy, your commitment to your environment, your sense of groundedness, like kind of reactivating this realm of COVID and disease or whatever, where, like, you know what I mean, like we're not really allowed to go out, you know, to get grounded. And this energy is doing that. um Huh, that's crazy. They're attempting to do that, okay? Yeah. And this is like broad daylight. You see? One has the moon, one has the sun. And so she's like, oh, I have a bright idea. Let me go ahead and cast it out from the bottom over here. Like it's in broad daylight. Nobody can really see it. Like, these are like guilty by association energies. So, she knows how to work the candle by the association of its holder. So there's something about, there's something that you are connected to that they have connections with. And so, but those are dirty connections, you know, so they're like, little do you know, whoever's trying to fuck with you around in this, trying to make things difficult in this arena, they are tied to her. That's true. Even the signals are subtle. So, it's fact. Clarifying that is, okay, remember this is alchemized blind spots, or alchemizing blind spots. Okay. Seven of Swords in reversal, extroverted. Okay, so that's no bullshit. That is absolute fact. And maybe like you're doing, like there's some kind of legal stuff going on. What do you call it? Operational stuff that's happening. That again, if you admit yourself into, what do you call it? If you have to go to like, Alcohol's Anonymous, or like a crazy house, I don't know, what do you call it? I forget what you call it. But you can only be admitted, you know, if you admit that there's a problem. You can only self-admit yourself unless it's like a suicidal thing, I think. Something like that. But there's a stipulation where you have to acknowledge the problem first, that you have a problem, okay? Otherwise, like, there's no moving forward in anything. It's just a waste of time, a waste of funds, waste of resources. So one must, you know, get through that first step first. And so, in acknowledging this presence, I think that takes care of a whole bunch of stuff. Let me get one more for you, clarifier. Nine of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I mean, these are down to the basics. So, you have special guides. Yeah, you have energies that, in contrast, love you. Okay? That support you. Whether it's beyond the veil or hidden in the mix, they very much love you. And so, this is a matter of hearing you out. There's alchemy. There's stuff happening in the background. Like, word of mouth is a very powerful tool. In its dumbed down states, gossip. In its mid states, it's hearsay. But then there's also the frequency of compliments you don't hear, even in passing. Do you know how powerful that is? To have somebody have good vibes, you know, witness good vibes about you, and then through the grapevine, they also hear that someone within another realm also had a great experience with you too. You know, like that's so powerful. Like, I'm not the only one. I'm not being biased because of this and that. Someone else had a legit good experience, and I could see how that, you know, um, aligns. And so, you know, they say that whatever floats your boat. Okay, so once you kind of like manifest this affirmation that like somebody's doing me dirty. This energy is still like they need to be restrained, like almost legally restrained. They need to have they need absolute restrictions. Like that's like Voldemort energy, you know? Like I've already left and you're still trying to follow me. That's like convict energy. Um and so once you acknowledge that, um and number two, it doesn't float my boat. I'm not happy with it. There are other energies that are like awakened, like, psh, okay, all right, okay. At least you've spoken up. And now we can do something about it. We realize that it not only, you know, disrupts you, but you're frankly upset about it. You're not happy about it. And so there's something shifting here. Let me get any more. No, no more from that. So, word of mouth. At least they heard it from the horse's mouth right there. Okay. The big neigh. Yeah. All right. So two takeaways for my new and improved partner in peace and quiet. Yes? No. One, two. They said two. He said two. First one. Queen of Wands. They are also a practitioner. They inherited gifts from their like a matronly figure in their ancestry. For sure. Because this is internal. Yeah. Clarified by, which gives this energy a huge advantage because they know, I don't need to explain it to them. They know at least more than one person knows. Okay. Knight of Wands. Yeah. So alchemizing blind spots. They're of great assistance to me. Second takeaway. Five of Swords. This is the one-up energy. They'll do what needs to be done in order to win certain battles. King of Wands in reverse. What? External, because they know who they're playing with. The people, the energies that play with fire, regardless of whatever capacity you work at. These are well-versed players that will like, when you know what like how people fight dirty, it doesn't it's of no consequence to do whatever needs to be done in order to win and put these energies to shame, basically. I'm gonna get one more on that. Yeah. Justice, like I said. Isn't that crazy? For sure. All right, my three takeaways. First off, Four of Swords, recuperation. Top of the deck, things are loading. Right here, it is King of Swords in reversal and Ace of Cups. So This is external. This is ill-intended energy hiding somewhere. But there's Ace of Cups, which were absolutely celebrated in the forefront. This projects the identity and energy of the Six of Wands, because not everyone is your friend, even when you're victorious. They have to pretend, they have to hide in the background so that it's like camouflage, that they give a shit, that they're part of it, like part of the bandwagon type of arena, you know. So, anyway, okay, my first takeaway is extroverted. Ace of Swords, in reversal, extroverted. Internal. Internal. That's external energy. They're trying to pin me down or pin something down. I don't know why. Clarify by Two of Pentacles. But I've already got things balanced. So it's kind of like, they can't quite size me up. Like they can't. It's like trying to pin down like a butterfly or a moth or whatever insect it is in one of those boxes for, you know, display. But they can't quite do it because it's like someone who's like truly sadistic, but they want to hold something up on their mantle that shows that I own this, you know, like a soul snatcher, like it's unmarred. And so there's something about this where, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like it's kind of like elite sadism kind of energy. But let me just double check. Eight of Cups in reverse. This is the comeback energy. Like a revival. Yeah, something that's like so spectacular. It's almost like instead of like the insect in a box, it's like they've caught something magical, like, oh my gosh, there's like a fairy or a unicorn, and so they want to pin it down, but they don't want to mar it. And so they're caught holding a pin, and they're just like, I don't know how to do this, and they're busy watching, and it's like I just have to wait till it, I don't know, dies out. I don't know. There's something about it where they can't quite put their finger on it, but they can't quite squash me, because that's like that's the end of that. And how magical is something once it's like not just kept in a box, but can no longer move, can no longer conduct its magic, you know? So there's something intriguing about that. So alchemizing blind spots. So I have that on my side, not just my top hat talent, but I think it's a whole package deal. Okay. Something that you really can't confine or pin down. Okay. Second takeaway. The Hanged Man. Yeah. Objectivity. I have that. Gifts unlocked. Yeah, there's only one way to appreciate this. Okay. Actually, let me see here. Clarified by. The Sun card. Yeah. Objects, there's only really one way to really appreciate that. Is to let it keep going. Like that's the Sun card. Absolute happiness, like protected happiness. Objectivity, that's partially why I'm protected. One of the wonders. Okay, my third takeaway is Eight of Cups again in reversal. Again, what do you call it? A revival. A comeback, a glow up, a turnaround, a big ta-da. It's major alchemy. Like that's a big ta-da for sure. Six of Pentacles. So I do end up getting my exchanges. I do end up getting my reciprocation. I do end up getting funding. Funding towards my growth. Do you see it? Do you see it? I'll grab one for fun. One more for fun. Ten of Cups, again, in reversal. So, this is a happy ending. Like, I'm good. I started off good and ending off on a good note. Like kind of receptive to all that's mine. I want to get a dream inspirational one. The train is coming. Yeah, my train is coming. What? Okay. This first. Queen of Pentacles, extroverted in reversal. And the World card. So there's a gold digger energy still here, okay, that knows that I'm trying to close a chapter. But I call the shots. I say when it's done, okay? That's because, like, I'm just being objective. Like, never mind this energy. Looking at everything else, I can say it's done, okay? But because of this other added extra energy, I'm absolutely done with it. And so this energy is so, like, engaged in their fuckery that they're willing to stop the train, like my ride, by throwing herself at the whims, like on the rails, so that it causes a ruckus. And then, like, oh, there's a death. Now the train stops. Now they're going to have to what do you call it? Now they have to do like a death report or whatever, and like investigations or whatever. So it almost seems like my train is like I can no longer take that train or whatever. That's how shitty that energy is. But for me, if I internalize it, I just being objective and saying, like, in totality, I'm done with it. So when it's over, it's over. And it's over. So mote it be. Yep. That's what I'm heard to say. Alchemizing my blind spots. Okay, that's it for now. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, properties, passions, pursuits, from those that call upon, cast, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, or any variation thereof, the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought form, patterned, and or entity to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit, for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting to love and light energy, and to be refortified in me, only me, hassle-free, no doubt, and no attachment, except for all bonus points included. Thanks so much. Thank you for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. Okay. But now that these readings are officially over, upon closing the portals in these readings, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with the sequence of rollout and light and love. I close the portals in these readings now.